Instant Neuro! The ear has three main components: the outer ear, middle ear, and inner ear. The outer ear includes the pinna and the external auditory meatus, and the tympanic membrane. The middle ear is the portion of the ear internal to the eardrum and external to the oval window, and includes three tiny bones known as the ossicles, the malleus, incus, and stapes. The inner ear includes the oval and round windows, the cochlea and auditory nerve, as well as the vestibular system. Let's look at these in more detail. Sound waves enter the auditory canal and vibrate the tympanic membrane. This causes the vibrations to be transferred to and amplified by the ossicles. The footplate of the stapes acts like a piston at the oval window of the inner ear. Due to the flexibility of the membrane at the round window, the stapes can displace the perilymph which fills the inner ear, thus allowing vibrations to enter the cochlea. The corridor leading to the round window is found within the spiral portion of the bony labyrinth, known as the cochlea. Vibrations produced by the stapes are drawn into the spiral system and return to meet the round window. Vibrations ascend to the apex of the cochlea via the scala vestibuli. The descending portion of the passage is called the scala tympani. The scala media is situated between the scala vestibuli and the scala tympani, and is filled with a fluid called endolymph. It is separated from the scala vestibuli by Reissner's membrane and the scala tympani by the basilar membrane. The membranes are flexible and respond to the vibrations traveling up the scala vestibuli. The movements of the membranes then send vibrations back down to the scala tympani. A specialized structure called the organ of Corti is situated on the basilar membrane. As the basilar membrane vibrates, the organ of Corti is stimulated, which sends nerve impulses to the brain via the cochlear nerve. The actual nerve impulses are generated by specialized cells within the organ of Corti, called hair cells, which are closely covered by a structure called the tectorial membrane. As the basilar membrane vibrates, the tiny clusters of hairs are bent against the tectorial membrane, triggering the hair cells to fire. The entire basilar membrane does not vibrate simultaneously. Instead, specific areas along the basilar membrane move variably in response to different frequencies of sound. Lower frequencies vibrate the basilar membrane closer to the apex of the cochlea, whereas higher frequencies produce vibrations closer to the base. This arrangement is known as tonotopic organization. Instant Neuro!